Hi, I'm Libby with LinkedIn. Let's check out your profile.
Yeah. It's pretty sparse.
Well, there are 3 things that are really important to have in your profile. The first is your past work experience, which you've got right there. That's great.
Okay.
The next is you want to have a start date for that so that people who are looking at your profile know sort of the span of your work history. And then the next thing is your summary.
The beast.
Right. What you want to do in the summary is just give a glimpse of your personality.
So kind of part bio, part skills, part experience. See, by breaking down the sections like that, I can handle that. I can do
Right.
that. Cool. I got my homework for the night.
Hi, I'm Libby with LinkedIn. So let's take a look at your profile.
I don't even have a profile picture. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's an easy fix. So tell me about your profile picture.
I think it's cute.
Oh, that's super cute. You know, good profile pictures can get you up to 21 times more views.
Wow.
Important to have a picture.
Okay.
There, that's me.
Ooh, cool shot.
It's just a selfie.
That's a selfie.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I like this one. Is this your store?
It is.
That's nice. So you don't need a professional picture.
That's
You can
great.
use something in your phone and apply filters. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Your profile pictured.
Lights, camera, action. How are you? Happy Friday. What are we doing today? We're talking jobs. What jobs? Jobs for teachers, jobs for lecturers, jobs for substitute teachers, jobs for teaching assistants. We're talking academic jobs. Happy Friday to you. Hello, Africa. Hello, Turkey, Greece, Israel, Malta, Southern Eastern Europe, and of course, Central Eastern Europe, or wherever you're watching from. If you're watching and you can hear me live, well, tell me where you're watching from. That's the only way I can make sure that I'm not on mute. Welcome to this short live stream where in this live stream, we're going to be giving you some pre-announcement information about what to expect on Monday. Yes, we have an official live stream coming to you on Monday. On Monday, we'll be speaking to a special community, and that's why it's important that right now, today, I give you a heads up on exactly what's coming up. So, what's coming up on Monday without wasting too much time on this pre-announcement? Let's get straight to it. But before I even get to that, maybe this is your first time watching a LinkedIn live stream with me. Let me introduce myself. So, I'm Stuart Samkange. I work with LinkedIn and have been with LinkedIn for the last 5 years. My role at LinkedIn on a day-to-day basis is to help universities, colleges, polytechnics, and other higher educational institutions, think of your business colleges or any other institution, helping them get skills into the hands of their community. And who's their community? The staff, the faculty, the teachers, and of course, the students themselves, giving them skills, if they're staff and faculty, for productivity, for flipping the classroom, and if they're students, giving them skills for jobs, and of course, skills for entrepreneurship. So that's my daytime job. I thought it would be important to introduce that to you as we talk about what to expect on Monday. Normally, when I start off these live streams, I have a question for the day. But today, I don't have a question for the day. Today, I have an ask. An ask for the day. What is my ask for the day? My ask for the day is that you recommend, you endorse a teacher, a lecturer, someone who helped you get to where you are today. This is LinkedIn. This is the platform where we come to celebrate other professionals. Now, to get to your role, to get to the stage where you are in your career, it took a mentor, a coach, a teacher, a lecturer to get you there. So I'm asking you, it's Friday, to give, to be kind, to show a little LinkedIn love by recommending. That's putting in a written testimonial about what that person did for you and how it helped you get to where you are today. If not a written recommendation, maybe go out there and endorse the skills that they've got on their profiles. Of course, you can only endorse those skills if you're connected to someone. This will help our teaching community for their profiles to be amplified and for them to get access to new economic opportunities, such as the ones I'm about to highlight in this call itself or in this live stream. And of course, in this live stream, it's not just about me. It's not just me talking back to you. It's also you getting the opportunity to ask questions. So don't be afraid. You can break it. It's LinkedIn. Get into those comments and ask questions specifically about the things that you want to know more about at LinkedIn. So what to expect on Monday? Let me put some context to this so that you can prepare yourself. And of course, so that you can share this with those that matter. So coming up on Monday, like I said, we'll be talking about, of course, how to hire a Rockstar teacher, substitute, or teaching assistant or lecturer, right? So that's what we'll be covering on Monday. But today, Friday, because I've got you on the live stream, I've got a special giveaway for you. I'll be giving away my best 3 tips on how to get a job. So if you are a job seeker, stay tuned into this live stream because I will be giving my 3 best tips. But speaking specifically, of course, about Monday, what you can come to expect if you are in recruitment. I'm going to come back on camera for this because this is important. The audience for Monday, who should attend? On Monday, we're looking for people to attend this who gain the most from it. So who's the community that we're targeting to learn the most from Monday's session? It's going to be those in recruitment, those in human resources, those in talent acquisition, those who are hiring managers. We're expecting you to attend because what we're going to do is give you things that will help make your job easier in terms of identifying the talent that you need. What skills do they have? Where are they located? How do you find them on LinkedIn? How do you engage them? How do you post your jobs so that those candidates can go out there and apply for the positions that you have? So we're appealing to those in HR, those in recruitment, talent acquisition, those who are heads of schools, principals, vice chancellors, those who are faculty leaders, departmental leaders, those who are in talent management. This live stream is going to be bringing value for you. So definitely join us. In terms of what to expect in the agenda itself on Monday, it will be a short live stream. So definitely come in to get some of these insights that will help make your job easier if you're a hiring manager, recruiter, or in talent acquisition. So what will we cover? We will cover top level, some of the higher educational hiring trends that we're seeing. The world of hiring has changed. Yes, there's some fundamentals that we're still looking for, but right now it's a skills-based economy. So how do you identify those skills that are going to transform your institution to deliver academic success? Then we'll speak specifically, of course, about why teachers are being hired and what's the growth in that area. We'll speak about what is the role of a teacher. And we'll put this into context by looking at what makes a great job description on LinkedIn to help you hire that teacher. What we'll also look at is some of the skills that will make you identify the top talent that's out there. What's more, on Monday as well, we will also share some free resources on helping you find, plan, and hire that talent that you're looking for. So if you are in HR, here's some key things you're going to walk away from it's Friday. Walk away with from our session. We're going to help you with tools on how to plan your talent strategy, where to find that talent, how to engage that talent. And of course, we'll look at things like what makes great interview questions, how to do those interviews, how to then, once you've managed to hire that talent, manage and develop it. Oh, there's a lot that LinkedIn has to offer to help you in your journey. And in terms of helping you in your journey, I'm not doing this alone. Like last week, if you joined us on Monday last week, or was it Monday this week? Yes, it was Monday this week. We spoke about how to hire fundraisers. We spoke about how to hire donor relations managers. Why? Because this is important for our academic community as they seek to get funds that will help sustain their operations. So this week is the second in our series where we're specifically now looking at roles that have direct impact on student success. So, like last week, I'm not doing this alone. I'm doing this with an enabled team of specialists. So if you are watching from various parts of the world, if you're watching from East Africa, West Africa, watching from South Africa, watching from Sub-Saharan Africa, here are some of the contacts and people that I am working with that will help you get access to these resources from LinkedIn. What's more, I think earlier on in this week, I shared with you on LinkedIn some of the 10 fastest rising jobs in South Africa. That's just South Africa. I talked about a big territory. When I started this call, when I started this live stream, I shouted out Central Eastern Europe. I shouted out Southern Eastern Europe. I shouted out Turkey, Israel, Greece, Malta, Cyprus. I called out a lot of countries. Maybe I didn't call out your country, but here's the thing. LinkedIn has access to analytics to show you the fastest growing jobs in your region or in your economy. Now, why was I also sharing this? I was also sharing this because Monday's live stream, which is talking about how to hire teachers and, of course, those in the teaching profession, is highlighted as one of the top 3 jobs in South Africa. There it is on screen for yourself, amongst the other 10 fastest rising jobs that LinkedIn has seen come out of South Africa. We can talk about other countries. Like I said, it's not just restricted to South Africa. So if you want analytics or insights that will help your institution, definitely get into the inbox and let's start talking. Either to me or to some of the colleagues I showed you a little bit earlier on. Now, in terms of getting access to these jobs, I know there's job seekers that are out there who want to get into higher education. So I decided to share with you an exclusive, a quick way for you to identify some of the fastest rising skills in higher education. These are the skills that I would recommend anyone who's a job seeker and is looking to transition into higher education. These are some of the roles that these are some of the skills I would recommend that you take on if you want to be successfully hired in this space. And of course, since we're specifically talking about teachers themselves and the opportunities for them, I decided to share on screen here some of the top courses that have been consumed by those in the teaching profession. Leveraging these insights, understanding what skills you need to acquire is going to help set you up for success. Of course, there'll be more on this as we go into Monday's live stream, which of course will dive into details around some of the skills that people are hiring for teachers. What's more, I just wanted to share with you on this Friday, if you are looking at, of course, building up your skills to become a qualified teacher, LinkedIn provides a wealth of courses that can holistically help you in executing in this role. What are some of the courses? Some of them are related to business skills, whether you want to understand from a functional perspective the skills that you're teaching. Some are, of course, creative skills. And last but not least, technology skills, because we are all living in a digitally transformed world. Like I said, this live stream is not just Stuart speaking. If you have any questions, of course, get into the comment section and start asking those questions. In terms of Monday and what else to expect or to help you prepare for Monday, job seekers, this is your time on this live stream. So if you are a job seeker, I wanted to share with you some of my top tips on how to get a job. So if you are a job seeker or transitioning professional, I'm going to end off this live stream by sharing my 3 top tips on how, of course, you can maximize LinkedIn to get access to economic opportunities. So what are some of those? Let's go right into it. First of all, did you know on your LinkedIn, if you're using it through a mobile device, that it's able to save and protect your eyes by allowing you to go into dark mode? Play with that. Try that, right? So in terms of your screen and saving you battery time and eye strain, definitely turn your LinkedIn into dark mode. But a little bit more on that later. But right now, I thought it's important for our job seekers to understand, or at least to appreciate, their own job description. Did you hear me right? Job seekers have a job description. They have a full-time role. So I thought important for us to share what are the things expected of a strategic and smart job seeker in this new economic world we live in. Number 1, time management skills. Your time is precious. The time you're going to be spending searching, looking for a job, engaging, understanding the companies you're trying to get into, seeking informational interviews to help you prepare for those interviews. Your time management skills is the number 1 skill that I would recommend you harness. Number 2, I would also recommend that you spend time on LinkedIn searching for those jobs, not only to apply for those jobs, but to understand the language that is being used as recruiters position those jobs. Why are you looking to understand the language? You're looking to understand the skills and the way they measure their job's results and impact. So take time to understand how those jobs are being described or the titles that they're using. Take time to understand the language that's being used, and then use that information to go back to your own personal LinkedIn profile and start building it authentically with those skills and some of those industry terminologies that relate to the jobs you are looking for. Next, I recommend that you start reaching out to people that are already in this sector. You've heard the expression, your net worth is your network. Or have I got that right? Or have I got that wrong? It's Friday. You know what I'm talking about. So, your network is going to help you understand the challenges, the aspirations, and why they're hiring for that role. Your network is going to help you prepare for interviews. We call this informational interviews. So take the time as you're looking for these jobs to seek out, to establish relationships, or to reach out to those already established relationships to understand why they're hiring for this role. What problems will you be solving? What is expected in terms of results and impact in being in that role? And then use this information to help yourself prepare for the eventual face-to-face interview. Next, in terms of preparing as a job hunter, like I said, this is a full job description in terms of how you as a job hunter can set yourself up for success. Next is, of course, beyond reaching out to people in the industry, it is for you to follow these organizations on LinkedIn. Follow these organizations on LinkedIn because you want to understand the type of content they're posting. What are they posting? They're posting, of course, about events, the impact they're having with their customers or with their student community. They're posting about some of the programs and initiatives that they're bringing out to the market and what makes them different. When you see this content coming from companies you want to work from, this helps you understand their culture, their values, and probably gives you a compelling reason of why you want to join them. So that when you're in the interview and they're testing to find out what you know about them, you can comfortably talk about some of the latest content that they've shared on LinkedIn, and of course, bring that and how you're going to help bring that to life if you get an opportunity to work for them. Last but not least, of course, keep your profile up to date. Keep your profile up to date for a couple of reasons. Because when jobs are advertised, you're going to be able to immediately apply no matter where you are. Why? Because you're going to have access to your mobile device. So if your profile's up to date, it means you can apply for jobs as and when they've been advertised on the platform. Number two, it also means when you meet people who can give you information, or people who can connect you, or people who can recommend you for that job, you're able to share with them your profile in a social environment that will talk and attest to your credibility, so that they have the confidence to recommend you for that new economic opportunity. So those are some of the fundamentals of you being a job hunter: is managing your energy and your time, making time available to, of course, update your profile to show that you're open for roles, taking time to build out your knowledge of companies and institutions you want to work for by reaching out to people, and of course, following them on LinkedIn so that you can ultimately apply for these roles immediately as you see them pop out. Now, I know you're not a secret agent, right? I told you I was giving you my top 3 tips here, but here's something I've found. So on your LinkedIn profile, you control everything, right? So you have a choice whether people see your education, whether people see your volunteer experience, whether people see your awards, or whether people see your photograph. Now, I said you're not a secret agent, right? Right? Why did I say that? Because people want to connect with people. So when your profile doesn't have an image, when your profile doesn't have a representation of yourself, it makes it harder for people to connect with you. Why? Because in this world we're living in, our names are not 100% totally unique. So maybe we met in a social environment and I'm searching for you now on LinkedIn. If I was to come on your profile and it doesn't have a photograph and there's 2 or 3 other people, I might not remember your industry or your location, but I remember some parts of your name. You're making it hard for me to find you. So here's my recommendation. I said you control everything on your profile. So you can choose to not show your profile photograph, but you're not a secret agent. My recommendation for you is that you add a great profile photograph to your profile, because it does increase your chances of being discovered or people viewing your profile up to 27 times more. So I've put some steps on the screen on how you can ensure that your profile is not in dark mode, but your profile is showing your true, authentic self. Next, in terms of our job seeker tips, are you looking for a job? Well, you're in the right place. You could be looking for a job, like I said earlier on, for the jobs we're talking about on Monday. What are the jobs we're talking about on Monday? Like I said, we're talking about teaching jobs, specifically for higher educational institutions, schools, polytechnics, and colleges. Well, if you're looking for a job, here are my tips on how you can make it easier for recruiters to know you're looking for a job and for you to educate them on what types of jobs you're looking for. This goes to every job seeker out there. So what are the 3 tips I'd give you? Number 1, LinkedIn gives you the opportunity to use a digital badge that says #open-to-work. If you're looking on the screen, that's the one on the extreme left there. You can activate that, which allows people to know you're open and you're looking for economic opportunities. You can go further and specify the type of work, the type of roles, the type of locations that you're prepared to work in. Number 2, your headline. Now, if you take your phone right now or afterwards and you do a search for someone on LinkedIn, a couple of things are going to pitch up. You're going to see their name, you're going to see that profile photograph I talked about, and you're going to see a headline, a title. Now, if you haven't updated yours, LinkedIn will pick up the last work experience title that you have on your profile. But if you are looking for a job, you can be tactful about this. You can go in and update your headline to ensure that it tells a compelling story about you. Because this is one of the 3 things people will see. They'll see your profile photograph, they'll see your name, and let your headline talk about the journey you're on, the industry you want to work in, the skills that you provide, and of course, maybe even the results. So it's not a full-on story, it's not a full-on autobiography, but it's allowing the world of work to know what journey you're on. And like I said, pro tip, is not to say I'm looking for a job, but it's to talk about the industry that you're in or the skills or to talk about what impact you want to have in the world of work. And we'll have some more suggestions on this on Monday. Still, my last tips for those, of course, who are looking for jobs as we're about to end off this live stream. And of course, like I said, if you are watching and you have questions, definitely this is the time to ask questions. If you're a job seeker or even if you're in HR, recruitment and talent acquisition, I'm about to finish off this Friday Sizzler live stream. So if you are looking out for a job, like I said, go on to the jobs platform on LinkedIn. So go into your profile, go into the jobs section and set up searches, right? So do searches with specific filters, highlighting the location, the industries, and of course, some of the job types that you're interested in. And then having set up those filters, LinkedIn will notify you when jobs become available for the types of jobs and careers you're interested in. So let's make job hunting easier. If you are a job seeker, go onto your LinkedIn, go onto the jobs tab, and on your jobs tab, go in there and use the filters and set up alerts so that you can be notified as soon as jobs become available. And whilst you're still in that jobs tab on your LinkedIn profile, did you know there's a section there that can help you prepare for interviews? Yep. That's right. You can get a set of interview questions where you can test yourself or have somebody else test you so that you prepare for them. Like always, we share tips that help all of our members on LinkedIn. What are some of these tips? Of course, tips on like how to build your profile. It's not just about job seekers, how they build their profile. Even you as a recruiter, even you as a hiring manager should have, of course, a dynamic profile. Why? Because when candidates are looking for jobs, they look at your profile because they will report to you. And if you're happy in your job, why should you keep your profile up to date? You keep it up to date because when candidates, again, are looking for jobs, they're looking to see who they will work with. So update your profile. And of course, on Monday, we'll be giving away tips and resources, of course, for everyone on how they can update their profile. Right, folks, we come to the end of this live stream. Like I said, the main show is coming up on Monday. And on Monday, like I said, we'll cover some of the hiring trends we're seeing in higher education. We'll talk about the role of a teacher. We'll talk about why people hire teachers, what skills they're looking for, and we'll talk about the 3 hardest questions that are asked for testing. Hard skills that are asked for testing, behavioral questions, and that are asked for testing essential soft skills. So if you're a job seeker, join so you can get a preview of some of those questions. And of course, if you're not a job seeker and you're in HR, recruitment, talent acquisition, or you're a hiring manager, join us on Monday so that we can highlight some of the things you should be testing for in terms of identifying this talent. And of course, extend this invitation. If you're not in higher education, please pass on kindly this invitation to those that you know are in academia, those that you know are hiring managers or leaders of institutions that might need help. And of course, they can always get access to Monday's live stream by taking a quick photograph of this QR code, and it'll lead you to the site where we'll be hosting this. So come on Monday, learn how to plan, hire, and develop your talent. And as I said, on Monday as well, you might get to meet some of my associates that are helping us deliver this message. Get to meet Nelly, Tunde, Marius, Crispin, and of course, some other team members that are helping hiring managers and recruiters find talent. Thank you, folks. This is the end of today's Friday Sizzler. If you have been watching, thank you. How will I know if you've been watching? I haven't taken a break to ask you questions or to answer your questions. This is the time. If you have questions, put them into the chat. And if you don't have questions, join us on Monday for that live stream. And if you've enjoyed today's live stream, show some love. Feedback is a gift that I appreciate. So if you're watching off your device, whether it's a phone or it's a laptop, LinkedIn has reactions. This is the time to hit those reaction buttons. But more importantly, I want you to walk away knowing that on Monday, we've got a high energy show where we'll be highlighting how to hire a Rockstar teacher, or to hire a substitute, or to hire any other teaching profession. On Monday, we're giving you free resources on how to do that, and also giving you an opportunity to meet up with us for one-on-one to talk about just your institution. Well, I'm not seeing too many questions in the chat. It's time to wrap it up. And when it comes to wrapping it up, you know how we do, and how we always do it is, of course, ending it off with that key message. What's that key message? Go out there, find or be found for economic opportunities by having an up-to-date profile, or by being a great recruiter. It's time to shine. It's time to shine as the candidate that you are. The candidate who has the skills, the experience, and of course, has the desire and the passion to work in higher education. It's time to shine as a recruiter or as a talent acquisition professional, identifying the best skills that can come in and drive impact in our higher educational institution. And it's time to shine as an institution, highlighting our culture, highlighting our values, highlighting the impact we are having with students. It's time to shine as an individual. How? By having a great weekend. Thank you very much for joining me in this live stream. I really appreciate your time, your attention, and of course, you extending the invitation for Monday for your community. Have a great weekend, folks. I'm going to play out with a video which will kind of start giving you an idea about Monday's live stream. I wish you all a wonderful weekend as we play out with this video that speaks to what to expect on Monday. Cheers now. Have a good weekend. Bye now.
There have been universities for over 1,000 years. I think in the past, maybe it worked when you just built it and they would come. It's not like that anymore.
It's always been competitive to some degree, but it's with the advent of all kinds of substitutes for higher learning and really kind of lifelong learning on the job. Schools have had to get a lot smarter about what they do.
There's more and more competition arising every day, which creates a really wonderful situation for a prospective student. The options are abundant. As a higher education marketer at a university, that creates a very difficult dynamic for you because you are battling short-term goals and long-term goals.
In our business, there is quite a bit of pressure, but at the same time, we have the opportunity to do things that have never been done in higher ed marketing, and that's where I think LinkedIn is fantastic. The level of understanding that you get on a prospective student on LinkedIn is just far superior from anything else.
So while we're not selling a commodity, we're selling an investment in someone's future, it's really important for us to understand the data behind all digital marketing and how we're targeting prospects.
We can target by industry, by their education, by the groups that they follow, by their interests. And I think with other platforms, you just don't have reliable data. It is first-party data provided by that member.
What we find is that students driven from LinkedIn are 2.5 times more likely to graduate and do it 25% faster than students driven from other platforms.
They see the trends happening across the entire higher education landscape. It's not just restricted to what's happening in terms of technology.
We found a partner in LinkedIn to look at strategically what we wanted to do, and I think that's what worked so well, is that we were up for innovation, they had some things to try, and we were game.